Yo, it's Ptolemy. Just got out of the Bandcamp live listening party for Ptolemy The Wise on the 1-year anniversary. Thank you to everyone that showed up, everyone that bumped the album. There was more than one person there. It was more than just me, so it was a success. Appreciate you all. Shout out to, I'm going to butcher the name, Ambaden Beats. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for downloading the free goodies. And yes, I do plan to release Ptolemy The Wise on vinyl, maybe even doing a double LP with the instrumental version, CDs and cassettes, we'll see. But yeah, that's next on the list. So I will let you know. Yeah, you're out of Pennsylvania. I got good memories from Pittsburgh. Got some people in Philly. So yeah, appreciate you. So right now, I'm in the spaceship. I had to step outside because it was getting a little hot indoors, and never done a Bandcamp live before, so I didn't really know what to expect. I never even joined another person's listening party. Although that's not true. I popped into Mr. FP's listening party a while ago, but I was on the phone. I was driving. It was kind of I wasn't really all in. But shout out to Mr. FP. He's a poet. He's a gentleman and a scholar and a poet, making that hip hop for adults. So anyway, didn't know what to expect from Bandcamp. It was all right. It's text based. So I had a bunch of stuff. It would have been nice to do like a video thing, but whatever. I had a bunch of stuff written out and I wrote it out in advance, and I was going to copy and paste it in there, and then there was character limits and fucking line break bullshit. So I wrote it. I spent time writing it, and I figured I'm gonna do my own fucking live listening party right now. Except I can't go live on Instagram because apparently the rules have changed, and I don't have 1,000 followers. So tell your friends to follow me, because how am I gonna go live otherwise? No, but so we'll do this. We'll do this as a video. I'm not gonna do a whole album listening party because the album is 37 minutes, which is clocks in at a good time. So what I'm going to do, because I got my notes up here, I'm going to read the shit that I wrote. We'll listen to the instrumental cuts of the album, and whatever I get through with the notes, we're skipping on to the next track, so it'll be quick. Real quick, though, pop this joint on. Check out the 1990 Subaru wagon. Fucking mint condition. All right, that is neither here nor there. So yeah, we're celebrating 1 year of Ptolemy The Wise. The album dropped 1 year ago today. It's my baby. It's the only reason I put that shit out there was for me. I'm glad other people are listening to it. Other people are rocking with it. That's just a bonus. But ultimately, it was an album by me, for me. And I will tell you, I listen to that shit all the time. I don't know what that says about me, if I'm conceited or arrogant or whatever, but I like it. That's what matters. So, real quick before I start getting into the instrumental, the album also is important to me because 4 years ago, this month, I almost died. I spent the month of August in the hospital back in 2021, including 2 weeks circling the drain in ICU. I was young and healthy, and I'd recently started messing around with my first MPC, and I was writing rhymes again. I had a new moniker, and it was Ptolemy. But then I got a breakthrough case of COVID that nearly ended me. So during the worst part of all this in the hospital, there was some rough nights, and wasn't sure if I was going to make it. And I remember thinking, if this is how I go out, it could be worse. I wasn't necessarily scared or sad or anything like that. I mean, yeah, you've got your normal range of emotions, but I thought, I've had a good life. I've done a lot of things, some of them good, some of them bad, but no real complaints, no regrets, except the thing that was nagging me was I had a brain full of musical ideas, full of ideas for unfinished beats and rhymes and musical concepts, and those would never come to fruition. Yes, I did think about my family and all that other shit, but I was thinking about music, and damn, it's a lot of unfinished business. So I woke up in the ICU, right? It's the middle of the night. I don't know what time it is. I don't know where I am. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't even know if I'm alive. It's the middle of COVID, so I'm alone. No one can come visit me. The nurses barely pop in because they don't want anything to do with me, thinking they might get COVID, whatever. They might die. You know, shout out to the ICU nurses, all the healthcare professionals out there, especially those who made it through COVID. Holy shit. Anyway, so I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm starting to get my bearings, and I'm listening, and I'm hearing all the frequencies and the rhythms of these medical machines that are keeping me alive. And so I'm like, all right, I'm in the hospital, I'm alive. And my first thought was, after thinking, all right, I'm alive, you know, that was my first thought. Second thought, though, was I could turn this into a beat. So I'm hearing these machines, and I'm thinking about making beats and rhymes. So from there, I knew that I had to put an album out. If you're a musician, if you're an artist, once you put your music out, your ideas, your creations, once they're out in the universe, there's no taking them back. You know, it's manifesting your what's in here, manifesting it outwardly, and once it's created, that's it. It lives forever. And in some ways, that makes you immortal. And so we're all going to die. We're all going at one point or another. Some of us sooner rather than later. The way this world is going, maybe we're all going together. But you know what? Put your music out there. Put your artwork out there. Put your creations out there. Long after we're all dead and gone, it still exists. Even if nobody listens to it or pays attention to it now in this lifetime, you know how many artists became famous or became masters of their craft hundreds of years after they were gone? Someone's going to discover it. Someone's going to find these artifacts. So put it out there. It's not easy, trust me. It took way longer than I anticipated. It required a lot of energy, which frankly I didn't fucking have. Especially coming out of the hospital. I still don't have the energy. COVID really fucked me up. You know what? COVID fucked me up big time. I also spent a lot of money. I was going to do everything was supposed to be solo. I'm going to make this album. I'm going to produce everything myself. I'm writing the rhymes. There's going to be no features. Fuck it. I'm going to learn how to mix and master. I'll do the artwork. I'm going to do the distribution, the promo, all that shit. But you know what? It's fucking hard. That's why people sign to record labels. That's why people have teams. You can't do it alone, unless you're just, some people can. It was a little hard. So I found, an engineer. Fucking dope engineer. Not only is he a dope engineer, shout out to Nothing Else Productions, dope MC, dope musician all around. But yeah, you know, he's trying to make a living, so I'm paying to have tracks mixed and mastered when I thought I was going to be doing it myself. Best decision I ever made. I knew what I wanted, couldn't really communicate it. I've never done this before, but he's a true hip hop head, so he got it. He knew what I was trying to do. He made the album what it is. Fucking polished it up nice and added his little touches here and there, which it made the album. So shout out to Nothing Else Productions. Hit him up for mixing, mastering, anything music related. So then there was a lot of planning, there's a lot of patience, and I learned a lot about all that behind the scenes shit, signing up with a PRO, finding distribution, you know, trying to figure out which one should I go with, comparing and contrasting, registering the music, copyrights, the fucking IRSC codes, making a website, collecting payments and royalties. You know, should I be so lucky that anyone's actually going to listen to this album? But if I'm going to go to the fucking trouble of putting this shit out and creating this shit, you best believe I'm going to keep my business side legit. So yeah, I educated myself. I did all that shit. And it took a fucking long time, and it was worth it. It was a great learning experience. I'm ready to do it again. But like I said, I didn't make this album for anyone except myself, but I'm still going to keep it on the up and up. And shit, now it's out there. It's being streamed around the world. I got fucking kids wearing Ptolemy shirts, got stickers on their lunch boxes, and no, it's been fucking dope. So I appreciate everyone. So finally, after years, I thought, you know, all right, get out of the hospital, give me 1 year, this joint will be out by, like, let's say end of 2022. Well, it took a little bit longer, so I had to wait because I wanted it to be perfect. And when it was damn near perfect, Ptolemy the Wise was released on August 24th, 2024 to the masses. And you know, it's been a year. I fucking hate this promo shit. I hate being in front of the camera. I feel like music is meant to be heard and absorbed and not seen. I don't even really fuck with music videos or fuck. I don't even go to concerts. I just wanna be alone. I just wanna listen to music. But I know the rest of the world operates differently. I'm a weirdo, but to me that's all window dressing. But anyway, still struggling with the promo and all like the video nature of the world that we live in. But here we are 1 year later. So go listen to the album, stream it, buy it. I got some free shit, so I'm gonna drop some free shit on you right now too. We're gonna listen to the album, but I also got freebies for all the Bandcamp followers. So even if you don't follow me on Bandcamp, I got free shit for you. Sign up for the email newsletter because I just sent out the links. But I got a couple things. So right now we're celebrating the album, but we're going to take a step back in the past. Fucking 20 years ago, I put out an album. Terry Manners, The Brainstorm. Terry Manners was my rap name. I don't know why. My name's Patrick. Go figure. But it's those of you that know, you know. It was it's totally raw. Very first track, you hear me fumbling with the mic, clicking it on. It's not even a real fucking microphone. It's like a wired little piece of shit pencil mic that plugs into a computer. I didn't have any beat machines. I had a keyboard. I was literally playing the drum sounds on the keyboard for 3 minutes straight. That was my drum. I didn't have the concept of looping anything. So it's raw. It's unpolished. It's an unpolished turd. It is... we'll call it gritty, but not in a good way. It's low budget. It's crude. It's a little cringe, but it's also a little dope. You get to see a glimpse of where things were headed. I was even back then still on that science and nature tip. So you hear pterodactyl. I'm rhyming about motherfucking dinosaurs. Plus for all the Virginia, the DC, the Maryland. I don't call that shit the DMV. The DMV is where you go to get your driver's license. Sorry, I'm not calling it the fucking DMV. DC, Maryland, Virginia, though, Delmarva Peninsula, whatever, all the way down to the Carolinas. Y'all remember John Muhammad, the fucking serial sniper, so I got a track on there. It's like a little hip-hop ballad, tragedy ballad. You know, tragedy songs used to be big back in the day with coal mine collapses and fucking Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, all that shit. Bob Dylan be making all the tragedy songs, the disaster ballads. So this was my fucking take on it with the serial snipers, John Muhammad and Lee Malvo. So anyway, go listen to that shit. It's free. Free album. I don't know if I'm going to leave it up forever, but it's free for now. So that's the past. We're about to get into the present, and then the future. I got a sampler of upcoming tracks, upcoming beats that are going to be on The Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. Also, the next album coming out is The Alexandrian. I got a lot in the works, so sign up for the newsletter on my website, ptolemy-music.com, or hit me up, direct message me, whatever. I will send you the link to that shit. Also, I'll send you 25% off code for all the music and all the merch that's on my website now through the end of the month. All right, fuck it, let's do this shit. First track on this album, Ptolemy the Wise. This is my intro. I don't know if y'all can hear it or what. So we're just rocking with the instrumental right now, but I love a good intro. The name is Ptolemy, the policy is quality. I'll always be consistent, no statistical anomaly. I had to kick off this album right. So I was inspired by intro tracks like DMX's intro on As Dark and Hell is Hot, and all these other sneaky bangers that start off albums that you may not even think are really full-fledged tracks. But I knew people were going to struggle with the pronunciation of Ptolemy, so I went overboard and I'm name-dropping myself as many times as possible to the point where, yo, it should be obvious. Ptolemy. The intro also sets the tone for the album. It provides a sample of what you're going to hear on the rest of the album. And yeah, this is an album. It's meant to be played from start to finish. It's a cohesive body of work, and it's my offering to hip-hop. And this beat, I produced the whole album. This beat was a little throwaway beat that when I first started learning the MPC, I'm very, very new to the MPC. I've only been fucking around with it for like 4 or 5 years, but I made this and I was like, It's like one of the first samples I fucked around with, but it made the cut as the intro. And I'm reading from my notes here, so we're not going to listen to every track all the way through, but if I'm not looking at the cameras, because I'm reading. So, Colony Collapse Disorder. Fucking love this beat, too. First beat, this is really truly the first beat I ever made on the MPC. So, this sample had been kicking around for years in my library. It was originally intended for a collab album with my brother, Willie Dictionary, called Roy G. Biv. If you know, you know. And by now you should know I'm all about the science and the nature, bringing some natural, intelligent, lyrical content back to hip-hop. Ultimately, it's all about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and that includes knowledge of self, but knowledge of nature and the environment, and knowledge of the universe. We've got mad problems, and you can't ignore the devastation, the dismantling of the natural world, but none of our man-made problems really fucking matter if we don't have a home, if we don't have a planet. So, Colony Collapse Disorder, the name refers to the death and the disappearance of honeybees. But it can also be an allegory for the collapse of the imperialist colonies around the world and the new rebirth. Colony Collapse Disorder. Next up, we got Save Our Youth. I don't have kids. I never wanted kids. I don't hate kids, but I don't really particularly care for them all that much. Fuck them kids. No. I do care about kids. And I love being a kid. But yo, I feel mad fucking terrible for today's kids. And really every generation that follows them. I feel like humanity has peaked. And after this, I mean, it's already started. But after my generation, the 80s babies, it's nothing but struggle and suffering for generations ahead. So, whether I like it or not, whether I like kids or not, it's my duty as an intelligent adult to educate them and try to save them. It's everybody's duty. Collectively, we're failing. We're fucking it up. And we gotta do better. We gotta save our youth. Real quick on this song, I felt like I needed a hook. I don't really do hooks. I just spitting raw lyrics, but yo, I took a little different approach. It's still unfiltered and unconventional. Not necessarily two 16 bar verses, but the first verse is from 2003. It's what I call my Bush era rap. George fucking Bush, H.W. fucking Bush, or whatever his name was. And the second verse is from 2023. Sadly, it's the same shit, different day. Nothing changes. All right. The crown jewel of the motherfucking album has got to be The Grand Conjunction. This fucking track. That's all I gotta say. This fucking track right here. Crown jewel. And I'm not gonna front. I love it. It's one of the early beats I made on the MPC. And it's the first beat I made, and I'm like, everything's clicking. This is how you do it. This is what it's supposed to be. This shit fucking bumps. So I knew I had a banger, and I knew it was fit for Ptolemy. And I dug out some of the go-to classic rhymes. I got random beat flips. I got no hooks. I got no standard 16s. I'm just fucking spitting rhymes left and right. Just lyrics on top of lyrics on top of lyrics. And then you throw in a few samples, and everything ties together in a celestial way. It's also one of the first songs I made a video for. I found some stock footage of the Anatolia Peninsula and the caves of Anatolia, and that shit worked. Fuck yeah. Half these fucking rappers, man, they're phony as shit. The other half has got it twisted like a Mobius strip. And I flow when I spit like a class 5 rapping, and you know that I'm sick and contagious when a rabbit. So I'm foaming at the mouth on an international flight. A danger to your mic when I'm smashing the mic. Yeah, I fucked up my own rhymes. Whatever. Danger to your life when I'm smashing the mic.
The first thing I do is
a planksty is what's a traditional Irish harp tune, and then it's not quite a jig, but it's a planksty. And then you got Planck's constant, formulated by Max Planck, that defines the quantum nature of the universe and the radiation of energy. You add some slick talking, shit kicking rhymes over this beat, and you got Ptolemy's theorem, Planck's constant. So yo, The rhymes aren't always highbrow nerd shit, but they always gotta be ill. Sometimes I just get on the mic and talk my shit. And this track contributes to the overall feel and the essence of the album, bringing a new element back to hip hop. I thought I told you that the flow was tight, hanging out mics all night and hanging out like Overbite. And even if I couldn't speak, the competition's good as beat. You want old school, I take it back to wooden teeth. Conversations. A beat so dope I had to flip it twice. So my original plan for this, as I said, for this album was entirely self-produced with no features, but plans change. And it's nice to share beats and mics with friends. So I had an opportunity to connect with a fucking legend from Virginia, Impulse, underground legend. And also, at the same time, the hardest working man in hip-hop, Show Rocka from Connecticut. So they both, I gave them some options, some different beats I was fucking with. They both liked this beat. And I was like, how am I going to do this? So what I did is I flipped the beat, doubled down, and I made a 2-part opus. So we got Conversations Part 1. Impulse sets things off. He's got a hook. He's got a verse. Classic Impulse style. And then I clap back with a blend of old and new rhymes. And when you got two serious MCs, you gotta keep it light. So yeah, there's some funny samples. Ha ha ha. You can laugh, yuck it up. That's what it's meant to do. We're talking about serious shit. You gotta take time to laugh. But don't get it twisted. These are deadly bars, deadly MCs. Conversations. So then we come back with part 2, The Retort, featuring Show Rocka, shining a light on the evolution of the student to the teacher. And I'm not gonna lie, I had some things planned, I had some rhymes, and I was like, this'll work. This'll be good. Good old-fashioned rappity rap. And I heard Show Rocka's verse, and I had to scrap that shit and write something brand new, write something that was gonna match what he brought and what he was putting down. And the result, it's a befitting part 2, The Retort, with a gratuitous Simpsons sample, just because. Shout out to Show Rocka and Impulse. So the back end of the album, we get into some real shit. Dead serious shit. This is Poison to the People, and it picks up where Colony Collapse Disorder left off. So this is not a game. We're not playing around with this shit. We got the fucking sample El Pueblo Unido. And if you know about that, South American, Latin American protest song, you know, people united. It's the only way forward is united as a people. As much as I fucking hate people, I love people. It's all we got is people. I hate fucking stupid people. I wish people weren't as dumb, but I also know it's not their fault. They're programmed that way. So it's on us. We gotta lift everybody up. Even the people that we don't get along with, the people that we can't stand. We're only as good as the weakest link. Poison to the People. Originally I was kicking around titles like heavy metal, and I wanted to focus more on the disastrous implications of mining rare earth elements. And we could be on this joint all day long talking about the different aspects, like the environment obviously, but what it does to the population. Our population's fucking unsatiable desire and urge for lithium and rare earth elements. AI is fucking draining the life out of us in more ways than you know. National security issues. China's got the fucking drop on the rare earth elements. And I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. Then we talk about the elements out in space. We're mining the fucking moon. We're setting up industry, heavy industry on the moon. We're mining asteroids because we gotta have these heavy elements because people need their fucking phones every 2 years. And I know I'm sitting in a Tesla. I'm sitting on a giant fucking lithium ion battery and nickel. And some might say, oh, well, it's more environmentally harmful to drive a Tesla than a gas-powered car. I feel like that's bullshit. Fuck you. But also, I'm keeping this car till I fucking die. I don't get a new car every year. This is my shit. I keep my shit forever. I wish we weren't a throwaway culture. Anyway, back on track. We talk about greenwashing too. All this green economy, blue economy, the fucking wind turbines in the fucking ocean, the eco-friendly labels, all this bullshit. Fuck it. You just gotta stop buying shit. Stop being a consumer. Recycling's a farce. Don't buy plastic. You don't have to fucking recycle it. It's not getting recycled anyway, by the way. You don't have to recycle it if you don't buy it in the fucking first place. Stick to glass. Stick to paper. Stick to cardboard. Fucking use your brain. Anyway, the bottom line is people still hold the power. The government's not going to save us. Nobody's going to save us. We're allowing our bodies, our minds, and our spirits to be poisoned. And that's on us, so we got to do better. It's a cheery album, by the way. Next track is Good Night. This is a nice, wholesome track as well. 3 standard verses. And I'm paying homage to Kima and The Wire. It's another mix of old and new lyrics. Some of these are dating back 20 years. You wouldn't know if I didn't tell you, because they're still fresh, still relevant to this day. Time's just an illusion anyway. If I'm writing rhymes, I'm going to make sure those shits live on forever. They're going to be just as fresh today as they were 20 years ago, as they're going to be 20 years from now. So this track here, this is the epitome of gloom bap. A track that sends chills down your spine, and the rhymes are putting the final nail in the coffin. Also one of the early tracks when I was fucking around with the MPC. The epic finale of Ptolemy the Wise is a 2-part interstellar warning for humanity. So, whoever they is, the Illuminati, the fucking secret societies, the 1%, whatever, whoever you think they are out there. They never quit. They're already light years ahead of us. We're dumb, deaf, and blind compared to them. They've got all the resources. They've got all the knowledge. They've got a master plan. Our future's being planned right now. You don't even know the distance to the moon. This shit is about to get real. We're all going to be slaves. This song right here, this intro to the finale is just a warning. It's a prelude to the end times. So when I say I'm spitting gloom bap raps, my style of hip hop is gloom bap. This is what I'm talking about. This is serious shit. I'm not here for partying and for dancing, but it's important. You got to know what's coming. So shout out to Dr. Stephen Greer. Shout out to Gerard K. O'Neill. Shout out to Sun Ra. Shout out to everyone that's on this album. Everything's connected. You listen to Dr. Greer, it's all connected. It finally makes sense. Big oil, racism, the fucking money system, aliens, conspiracy theories, it's all connected. The last card, that's the final takeover. It's the ultimate false flag operation, a permanent fear and consumption campaign. The last card. I don't know if we can stop Judgment Day. It's like Terminator 2 out here. I'm riding with Sarah Connor in the backseat. I don't know if we can stop it, or if our fate is sealed, but I like to know what's coming. I like to know if I need to check out early. If it's going to get real bad. But we got to know what we're fighting against. Are we fighting against AI and robots? Are we fighting against them taking not only our jobs, but our livelihood? If they really truly are intelligent, why do they need us? Are we fighting against aliens? Do aliens exist? What about the man-made UFOs? Why are we sitting on technology from a century ago? We got 0 point energy, and we're still squabbling over oil and natural gas and all this fucking bullshit. Solar and wind. It's just to appease people. It's not the solution. It's not doing anything. And now we're going to the moon. The motherfucking moon. We're going to build some bases on the moon. Nuclear reactors. Electromagnetic ray guns. Heavy industry on the moon. What could go wrong? Even if it's all on the up and up, you're not benefiting. You're just going to be a worker. Who owns the moon? Who's setting up time zones on the moon? Who's owning Mars? I'm sorry. Who's owning Planet Musk? Not you, not me. The rich get richer. The meek shall inherit the earth. The poison polluted earth. So yo, they're doing their R&D. They're doing their research and development. Their research and destroy. So pay attention. Prepare for the high frontier. Last but not least, we got a bonus track on the album. Arrogant Americans featuring Brand New. Had to throw this on the album. Shout out to Brand New. Trusted me with some rhymes. I told him I was going to make a beat for him, give him a song. I ended up taking his rhymes, chopping them up, moving them around, putting a verse in the middle. I wrote my verse and my hook to mimic his. So there's definitely a nice little theme going on here, and it's all ties together. And I promised him this track, which I did give to him, by the way, but I had to steal it back from my album too. All I wanna do is rap and spit acid over boom bap beats, crafted with passion by the wise owl Ptolemy, surrounded by trees and that brand new cat from Jersey, B. Stevens, unmixed. I don't give a shit what it sounds like. A pound mics, disrupt air traffic and ground flights. Arrogant American like Maryland Terrapin, celebrating draft day with cocaine and heroin. And there you have it, folks. Ptolemy the Wise, 1 year of wisdom. Head to Ptolemy-music.com, sign up for the newsletter. I will email you a coupon code, discount code for 25% off merch and music through the end of the month. I will send you a link to the free download of Terry Manners' The Brainstorm from 2004. I will send you a link to a free download for a 7-minute sampler track that's featuring beats from The Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, coming soon. Thank you for rocking with me for a year. 365 Ptolemy. Peace.